So, I just beat the game, and I realized that they actually carry over a lot of data, which includes all of the supports. So, I'm gonna go through the rest of them. At the very least, get all of Hubert's, Monica's, and Edelgard's. Because I have a feeling they're not gonna be recruitable in any other routes. So, gonna do all of these, and then I'm gonna grind a bit, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But yeah, let's start with Chess's final ones, which I believe is only Violet. No, it's Lawrence, Mercedes, Raphael, and Violet. Let's go with Mercedes first.
Today's training was a total mess. My feet are killing me.
You need to stay in peak shape, though. You never know when we might get tossed into a battle.
True. We've got to be ready for anything.
What are you so happy about?
You daydreaming again? Gotta say, you've been acting all kinds of weird lately.
Have I? I feel perfectly fine, I assure you.
You sure? Back when we had that tea party, you looked so... I don't know... sad.
Gonna message you missed the meal?
I suppose I can't hide anything
Or
from
Annette.
you. Things like tea parties with dear friends, or seeing the trainees work so hard to improve. It reminds me of how things were before the war, if just for a moment.
Okay, that makes sense.
You mean back at the academy?
Yes, and before that, when I lived with my mother and my little brother. It also reminds me of the time I spent studying with friends at the School of Sorcery in the capital. Things may not have been easy then, but I would give anything to return to those days.
Huh. I don't think I've ever seen you get this sentimental about something.
The feeling surprises even me. All my years, I've gone wherever the current of life chose to sweep me. In truth, I used to think nothing ever went precisely how I wanted it to. But looking back now, I realize just how joyous all those moments really were. And yes, I'm aware it isn't good to dwell so heavily on the past, but I can't seem to help myself.
Reassure her.
And that's totally fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with getting sentimental.
It's actually time for me to
Nobody's
Google what
gonna judge you
admonish
for
means.
reliving one or two good memories every now and then.
Thank you, truly. You're such a kind person.
Still, you shouldn't keep all your emotions bottled up like that. We might not go
recommend.
back to the peace of the old days anytime soon, but we can still have tea parties. I'm always here to listen if you ever need to get something off your chest, Mercedes.
You mean that? I'm so glad to hear it. In that case, why don't we have one right now?
Sure, I don't mind. But why now?
Because I used the money I'd been saving up to buy some more ingredients.
Hey.
Remember how we were talking about all those different kinds of delicious fruit desserts before? Well, I went ahead and whipped some up.
I can never turn down an invitation like that. Can't wait to see what you came up with.
That was a sweet one, kind of like relishing in the idea of peace. Lawrence!
Ah, there you are.
Here to complain again, Lawrence?
Do I look like a man who does nothing but complain?
Yes.
Simply preposterous.
Okay, then what do you want?
I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have grown remarkably stronger as of late.
Therefore, you don't need to protect me.
I've poured all my effort, nay, my very blood, into these results. And do you know why that is?
He probably did it to get girl.
Because you want to be more popular with women?
I assure you, I have never lacked popularity with the ladies. No, it is because you threw down the gauntlet.
I don't remember doing anything like that.
You surely could not have forgotten. Your words ring true in my ears even now. It was something like, if you don't want people running in to save you, then you just gotta get stronger than me.
That does sound like me.
And I believe I responded, the day my strength surpasses yours, my noble personage will save your commoner skin and restore the proper order to this world.
Did you ever do that?
Did you?
I mean, I thought
Yes,
it.
I most certainly did. And now that day has finally come. I am a man of my word, after all. If I could only just rescue you from a perilous spot in battle, I will have truly fulfilled my vow.
So, that was a vow, huh?
Yes, one I whispered into the ears of the goddess herself. Yet you seem dead set on foiling my every opportunity to fulfill it. Somehow you never stumble, never falter on the battlefield. It's almost as if you're an army all on your own.
I kinda am.
And so, despite my every intention to rush in and rescue you, the opportunity never arises. Well, what do you plan to do about this?
Okay, see what you're doing right now? You're complaining again. But you've got it all wrong. The reason I don't run into trouble in battle isn't because I'm all-powerful or something. It's because I have reliable allies like you fighting alongside me. So you see, you've already fulfilled your vow.
What? Well, I must say, I'm quite impressed with myself. It seems I've managed to save your life without even realizing it.
Dumbass.
Which means I, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester, have emerged victorious in our challenge.
Accepted and defeated. Question his idea of challenge.
Challenge? What challenge? All of this was your idea. I never agreed to any of it. And besides, I don't think you've actually accomplished anything yet. I mean, you don't really think you're stronger than me, do you?
Ah, throwing down another gauntlet. Very well then. How about a little sparring session, right here and now?
Bring it. But no complaining if you lose, all right?
No promises. I think that support line was the fun one in general. Hey, Raph!
Hey, you gotta hear this!
What's up, Raphael? You're looking extra cheerful today.
Have you seen the looks on all the soldiers' faces lately? Don't they seem way more motivated?
Oh yeah, I was wondering what was going on with that.
Well, I was curious too, so I asked. And you know what they said?
No. Their pay has gone up, the war has turned in our favor?
Is it because we're winning the war?
Or is it
Lots of
because they have
victories
gotten more
always
food?
boost morale.
Makes sense. Anyway, that's not the reason this time. They all said it was because of the food.
Called it.
You don't mean...
Yep. They've all been eating the dishes we came up with. You know, with the smoked meat and the rotten food.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to call it rotten?
It's
In
dried.
any case, our hard work definitely paid off. And the food's great too, if I do say so myself.
Right? I could eat that stuff over and over again and never get sick of it.
And it's a big hit with the soldiers too. They said they actually get excited for mealtime now.
Plus, it's made them fight way harder in battle.
I'm really glad everyone's so happy with it. Makes all our effort feel completely worthwhile.
You bet. See, food's important no matter who, when, or where you are.
Yeah, back in my mercenary days, I'd scarf down any old scrap so long as I was full at the end of it. But I've changed my outlook. Honestly, I feel like I can work even harder now that I can look forward to all my meals. And I never would have gotten here without you, Raphael. Thanks.
Huh. I was just thinking the same thing about you. Guess we helped each other equally.
Fair.
You know, I scrounged up every last piece of gold I could find just so I could go to the Officers Academy and become a knight.
But now...
But once it shut down, opening the inn was basically my only option. But then, running the inn helped me realize all sorts of important stuff too.
I hope you got some of the money back, dude.
And now I'm sure. Once this war's all wrapped up, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to become the best innkeeper in all of Foldland.
That's a good
Sounds like a
goal.
solid plan. But you'll probably need to up your cooking game even more if that's the end goal.
Yeah, I bet I'll have to train under a real great chef to get me where I want to be. Oh, and while I'm at it, I'm gonna come up with a brand new style of cooking.
Yeah.
Something that'll really work my muscles.
What would that even look like?
That.
Well, I don't know. I haven't invented it yet.
Whatever the case, I know what I want to do now. Hey, what do you say to tagging along with me? I think you've got a real knack for this cooking stuff.
That sounds promising. Probably shouldn't make any promise I can't keep. That sounds tempting.
Well, think about it. Just be ready to have me showing up at your doorstep if the mercenary work ever dries
Oh,
up.
take your phone.
So you're gonna stick to being a hired hand, huh? Well, as long as that's what you want to do. Oh, but keep an eye out for an invitation from me. You'll definitely have to come over and try all the rotten food I cook up.
Seriously, stop calling it that. But thanks. I'm looking forward to it, Raphael.
That was a nice continuation. Oh, I'm almost done with Lycidia, but I wonder if I can get it during the grind session. Violet!
I want to apologize again. I'm really sorry. I can't believe I tried to kill you.
Yeah, that is
It's
usually
all
not
right.
kosher.
I know that wasn't really you.
Still, the one who did it was a part of me. Literally. You asked me about this before. About some mysterious presence within me.
That's right.
Well, sorry I couldn't give you a straight answer back then. Arval told me not to tell anyone.
Uh-huh.
That's the name of the presence that was inside my head, by the way. The one that took control of my body and tried to kill you.
Well, yes, but no.
Or maybe it was someone else entirely. The one that called himself Epimenides.
Arval and Epimenides, I wonder what manner of beings they are.
Are you gonna tell me about Sothis?
It's me. And it's not like I can just go and ask them now. Honestly, I kinda wish I'd talk to Arval more now that I can't.
That's how these things work, sadly. When you're ready to talk, the person you want to talk to is no longer there.
But there's still so much I don't know. Remember how I got trapped inside that void with Edelgard and the others after our fight?
Yeah?
That's when Arval used the name Epimenides, and then tried to kill us.
Are Arval and Epimenides the same being?
I'd like to think they're different, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Epimenides is just Arval's true identity.
What does that mean?
I don't know if they were just using me, or if they had some other goal in mind. All I've got are a bunch of mysteries that I'll probably never solve.
I did notice one thing.
What's that?
It was when we were fighting and you were being manipulated. It seemed like Arval was trying to keep your body from getting hurt.
I mean, that could be multiple
They could have
things.
fought more recklessly. I don't see why it would have made a difference to them, but they were making sure you weren't harmed.
That's surprising. That's hard to believe. That's surprising.
Seriously, Arval was protecting me?
It's just a feeling I got. But yes, I think that could have been the case.
I guess Arval's the only one who knows the truth. Or as the Saros folks say, only the goddess knows, right? But hey, thanks for telling me that. Really. It does make me feel better. I've got no choice now but to keep moving forward. Live out the destiny the two of us once shared. Funny, I came here to apologize, but you ended up cheering me up instead. I'll catch you later, okay?
Yeah?
Only the goddess knows, Well, the goddess may have been the one telling you that.
That was nice. And with that, chess is done. Jesus, literally every other person has a dialogue now. Well then, Edelgard, let's go! At least chess only took me 15 minutes.
I think that's enough for one day. You really know how to make me work up a sweat.
You kept me on my toes as well, Caspar. Thank you.
Hey now, you'll never have to twist my arm to get me to train. Just shout when you want to go again. Oh, and we should invite Raphael next time. The muscles on that guy are something else.
That's a nice little, like,
I'll keep that in
because
mind.
I have him on my
I
team.
often have trouble finding people to spar with.
No surprise there. Not like folks are lining up for a chance to knock the Emperor's teeth out.
You seem to have no problem coming after my teeth. Sometimes I think you're trying to kill me.
What? No, I mean, I only do it because I know you can handle it, right? Look, just don't say anything to Hubert, okay? If he finds out we're sparring, he'll have me cut into pieces and dumped into the nearest river for sure.
He already knows.
Uh-oh.
I convinced him that I need the training if I'm to stand on the front lines.
Well, that's a relief. So, why do you, by the way? Fight on the front lines, I mean.
Wouldn't be good Emperor if she didn't.
You're an incredible fighter, but the Empire would be in deep, deep trouble if anything happened to you. And it's not like you're after the glory like I am. Shouldn't you just hang back and send us orders from some distant hilltop? Seems like it goes pretty hard against that rationality thing you're always talking about.
Caspar? Lecturing me on what's sensible? I must be dreaming. But yes, you're right. It's not entirely rational.
See? I'm a thinking man sometimes.
That's not to say I don't have a rational reason. My presence on the front lines improves morale, and my skill betters our hope of victory. So long as I don't fall in battle, taking the field is the smartest thing I can do.
Right, sure. So, what's the unrational part?
The emotional side. I can't stand the idea of remaining safe, while friends and comrades alike risk their lives for our cause.
Fair.
You're all out there on my command, taking lives from others and giving your own in return. It doesn't seem fair for me to do any less.
Except that you're the Emperor.
And I say the Emperor should help.
Hey, I get it. You want to get in the dirt with the rest of us to pull your weight, right? You and me are the same in that way.
A dreadful suggestion, but I'll allow it.
Aw, come on. You should be happy. Here I thought we were completely different people, but it turns out there's a little Caspar in you after all.
Oh no.
You know, I can't even imagine you lording over us from far away. You work best when you're down in the mud with the rest of us, sending chumps flying.
Yeah, you're right.
If there's a little Caspar in me, perhaps it's time to put a bit of someone else in you. Someone with manners, perhaps?
Ugh, the M word? No thanks. You know all that politeness would only hold me back.
That was a fun one. I feel like I'm gonna say that for a lot of them because I don't know how to end the conversation going to the next one. Only one more, and it's Monica. Oh, I'm interested in this.
You must be exhausted, Your Majesty. I was beginning to believe that council would never end. Should I make tea?
Thank you, Monica. Why don't you join me?
Oh, I would love to.
I can hardly remember the last time I saw you rest. You need to stop overworking yourself. We can't afford for you to get sick.
But we can afford for you getting sick
Her
either.
Majesty has invited me to tea, and she's worried about my health? Oh, this is the greatest day of my humble life.
Come now, I've always cared for your well-being, and it's not as if we never have tea together.
Oh, I'm aware. This is the 253rd time you worried about me, and our 139th time sharing tea. I've been keeping a record on paper, and in my head.
Now I'm even more concerned.
Aw, thanks.
Monica.
I suppose it just shows how hard you work for me. I hope you feel I do enough in return. If there is anything you need, don't hesitate to ask.
Truly? You'd really listen to my request? Your Majesty is actually willing to make Monica von Ox's impossible wish come true?
Well, let's keep the wishes within the realm of the plausible, if you please.
All right. In that case, may I... Oh, this is so disrespectful. May I hold you in my embrace? Just for a minute?
Hold me.
I don't see why not.
What kindness! I promise to be even more loyal to you from now on, Your Majesty.
As if such a thing were possible, you've given me more loyalty than I could ever rightfully expect.
Oh,
Fair.
that reminds me. There is something I've been meaning to tell you. It seems as if you have been upset with yourself because you were planning to leave me for dead.
Uh-huh.
I just want you to know that had such events come to pass, I still would have died happy. I would have been at peace because I helped you achieve your vision. Well, I should go see to that tea.
I don't know about that
She
one.
really is something else. I knew she was strong, yet she always finds new ways to surprise me. Thank you, Monica.
Sure, let's go with that. That's Edelgard supports. And we're about done with 2 of them. God, how many's left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 3. There's 25 left. If we don't include these 2. Oh boy! Hubert! Oh god, Hubert, you have a lot. Please tell me you and someone else's as well.
Lord Hubert, we've located what appears to be an enemy scouting party in the forest near our base.
This is certainly a matter of concern. We will need to make immediate preparations to...
Uh-oh.
But the one who located them was... Caspar.
Ah, I see. Then what of our casualties? Also, did we manage to capture any of the enemy?
We've 3 lightly wounded, including Caspar. I fear none were taken alive.
Jesus, Caspar.
I suppose such things are wont to occur when charging headlong into the fray.
At least no one of them survived.
Hey, Hubert! Did you hear how I cleared out a few enemy spies?
I did indeed. And on top of getting several people injured, you failed to capture any of said spies.
Yeah!
Had you first called for reinforcements before leaping into action, that could have been avoided.
And what if they'd gotten away while we waited? Also, didn't you
What?
say it was fine when my old man did the same thing before?
But Caspar, if a spy doesn't know they're caught, why would a spy want to leave?
reinforcements would be nothing but a hindrance to Count Burgley's.
Depending on
If he
what
could
kind
not
of
handle
spy.
something himself, additional soldiers would do nothing more. Besides, he would not have suffered even the slightest injury in the process.
Hey, I'm barely scratched. Ah, forget it. I'll win your respect next time for sure.
Uh-huh.
Why do you ever insist on hurling yourself into danger at every opportunity?
Because it's fun!
Clearly, some of the reason lies in your desire for military accolades, and yet... Let us take this most recent incident, for example. Had you summoned reinforcements, you would likely have received more plaudits for it. The capture of an enemy spy would have been a nice feather in your cap, as would coming home with fewer injured comrades.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. All I can say is that my gut told me to attack and I listened. And it wasn't a terrible result, so what's the problem?
The problem is whether or not your gut continues to avail you. If this instinct of yours is wrong even a single time, you will find a mound of dirt over your head.
Fair.
Don't talk like that, Hubert. I might be aggressive, but I'm not angling to end up dead.
Your untimely demise would make trouble for me as well. Why, just think of the critical military manpower I would be sacrificing. Yet, at the same time, you and your gut mucking up carefully laid plans is cause for no less chagrin.
Ah, you think too much, you know that? I mean, if you want to make a name for yourself on the battlefield, you kinda have to accept the risk of death. I made the choice to distinguish myself in war in spite of that. But hey, you know what? If you think I'm gonna kick the bucket, go ahead and work that into your plans. Look, I know I'm your critical military manpower or whatever it was you said, but sometimes you've gotta win whether you have that manpower or not.
I don't want to
Like I said,
account for your
I'm
death.
not aiming to get myself killed, but I also know there are no guarantees in battle. Anyway, I figure that's gotta be the best way to make sure I don't end up being a burden for you.
Sure.
Oh, it's time for training. Gotta run, Hubert.
Placing your fate into my hands, are you?
Bad
They say
choice.
it is a fine line that separates the saint from the buffoon. How right they are.
Oh, that was nice. I like that one. Dorothea!
I wonder when I'll be able to return to Enbar.
Greetings, Dorothea. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, you're fine. I was just having myself a little think. So, what do you need?
I come with a matter involving the opera company of which you were once a member.
What's wrong? What happened?
Nothing drastic, I assure you. A letter addressed to you arrived, and finding myself with the moment to spare, I decided to deliver it personally. And as I was also hoping to speak with you about the company, the trip serves a dual purpose.
Okay, don't scare me like that, Hubert. I figured something awful had happened since you were coming here in person.
My apologies. Let your heart be at ease. Now then, I wish to discuss the matter of your return to the opera company.
I'm pretty sure I said I wasn't going back.
Uh-huh, and?
That is not what I refer to.
Oh.
Well, it is and it isn't. You
What does that
have
mean?
no love of violence, and in fact care little enough for it that the mere sight of someone in pain nearly rends your poor heart in two. Further, I am aware that you received numerous invitations to return to the company. Despite that, you continue to remain here on the front lines of the war. I find this choice curious.
Okay, that's a fair point. I honestly have given some thought about returning to the company. Touring across the land with them and using music to heal weary hearts sounds wonderful. And if I did make that choice, it would be a different way to help Edelgard and everyone else. You agree, right?
Yeah, where's this going?
Indeed. I should think it terribly useful work.
But even so, I can't abandon the actual fight when all of you are still here.
Yeah, leaving the fight to the friends is not in
The
her.
thought of being safe and sound while my friends risk their lives isn't something I'm comfortable with. Does that make sense?
It does. And I even share your feelings to a degree. However, we could always summon your opera company to the front so that you could use your diva talents to motivate our troops.
Oh, wait, okay, maybe better than that.
Surely you have considered this possibility?
You really see through everything, Hubie. It's vexing. But fine, there's another reason. I want to support 80 as a commoner. If I were here in the position of an opera diva, I wouldn't be treated like one anymore.
I don't think you'd be being treated as one
I
now.
want to be here fighting as a representative of the peasant class. However selfish it might be, I feel this is the best way to help 80 as she tries to erase the gap between nobles and commoners.
Like, Chess is also representing the peasant class by being a mercenary. But you also had the popular standing as a diva, so your standing is still weird in that regard that you have already been.
Well, this is a surprise. You choose the path of hardship for the sake of your emperor. Truly, I have undersold your resolve.
Oh, but there is one more reason.
Uh-huh.
Still more.
There are quite a few young nobles here. Dependable ones with quality futures ahead of them. And they're a lot more attractive than the doormats who flutter about us divas in the capital.
Yes, that does seem important. You are stronger than I gave you credit for, Dorothea. And you have earned my respect this day.
Well then. That was fine. 3 more with you? No, 2.
Surrender now, and I will spare your life.
Oh?
You're all alone, fancy boy. What you gonna do?
Am I now?
Oh, you are positively brutal.
She seemed to be reaching for a weapon. It is better to have safety than sorrow. Also, she would not have told you any information of usefulness. You have knowledge of this.
But he knew you were there.
As she is now nothing more than a corpse, I cannot be certain of anything. However, I must admit she appeared to be going for her blade. You have my gratitude.
There is no need for thanks. I have awareness that you could have been dealing with that assassin yourself.
Perhaps. Still, I must say I have never hidden atop a tree just in case I needed to put an arrow into someone's back. I must try it sometime. I imagine such tactics are part and parcel for a woman of Brigid, though I am a touch surprised a queen would resort to them.
Why does it give you surprise? It is the tactic of most cleverness. You can attack with safety and with clear shots at the enemy's vitals.
Fair.
Or are you thinking that a queen should not be like her people?
Oh no, not in the slightest. In fact, I can think of no wiser strategy than for a queen to position herself somewhere safe. Ferdland's history is littered with foolish rulers who have gleefully ridden off to their own deaths. All in the name of the ludicrous, contemptible concept they call chivalry.
Chivalry? Ah, yes, that is the code for the knights. There are no knights of Brigid. We have agreement that they are without sense. But in Fodlan, I have been reading many books about chivalry. It is a code without point, yet it is followed by many. I do not have understanding of the reasoning.
Well, knightly deeds make for good tales, and tales have a way of stretching very easily. Over time, it is likely that people let go of the fact while happily embracing the fiction. Perhaps Fodlan once enjoyed an era of peace just long enough for that fantasy to take root.
Interesting. It is peace we are wishing for, but also peace that is making us weak. I am not wanting my land of home to be weak, but I am wanting it to have peace. The meaning of this is that chivalry may be coming to Brigid one day.
Despite my grumbling, it is not a system completely without use. For example, it serves well enough for keeping otherwise unruly warriors under control. Still, one advantage cannot make up for a host of failings. At the end of the day, it is a poor belief system at best.
I will be keeping your words in my mind, as I attempt to create an era of peace.
Yes, be gone with the tired old ways and usher in a new age for all. That is what we are fighting for.
Interesting look into, like, the belief systems. Monica!
Oh, what a mess. I've really done it this time. Her Majesty is the kindest person I know, so she's likely not upset with me, but I still cannot bring myself to face her.
Hello, Monica. What brings you to this particular wall for conversation?
What do you want, Hubert? I lack the energy to keep you company right now, so please just leave me alone.
Very well. I thought you might be interested to know that Lady Edelgard was overcome with grief as she told me how deeply she regrets wounding you with her words. But as you desire solitude, I will endeavor to keep that to myself. Good day.
She did? And wait, did you not just tell me what she said?
Hmm? Oh, not at all. I was merely speaking to myself.
There was a painting in Her Majesty's chambers and... subtlety is not my strong suit, to put it lightly. I asked her whose child had scribbled on such an expensive canvas, before realizing Her Majesty had actually painted it herself. So she didn't hurt me, I hurt her. Oh, I'm so ashamed.
Lady Edelgard can be quite sensitive, despite how she carries herself. Perhaps she was so stunned by your comment that she made a hurtful one of her own in the heat of the moment. You need not let it weigh upon you. Such events are commonplace for me as well.
You amaze me, Hubert. How are you not beside yourself at Her Majesty's every utterance? I know I said that I wanted to become her servant, but now I think it may be impossible. Her Majesty is so radiant. I'm not sure I possess the fortitude to bask in that glow every minute of the day. Perhaps some distance between us is better for me.
Honestly,
Do you
yes.
truly believe that? Even though you now have an opportunity to become her servant?
Wait, I do?
Once this war is settled, Her Majesty will endeavor to tear down the entire concept of the nobility. Her first action will be to separate territory from title, making it so that being a noble no longer means one must lord over some plot of land somewhere. Once she does this, I rather suspect you could remain at her side, even if you do inherit your family's title.
You're right. How could I have failed to realize that? I have heard her talk about her plans so many times before, but I never considered what an impact it would have on me. Ah, I am such a fool.
Not at all. You simply illustrate what it is to be part of the established system. One is not easily shaken from its structure. This is why Her Majesty takes such drastic measures to rid us of the accepted practice of categorizing individuals as either noble or common.
Honestly, I don't believe there's another more suited to serving Her Majesty than you.
Fair.
But I still will not give up. I'm going to become her servant too, and show everyone a new way of life for the nobility, and for whatever lies beyond. Which means I cannot simply stand here in this state of indecision. There is much work to do.
I suspected she might be stopped in her tracks for but a moment. And indeed, she has gone and left me in the dust. Well, I cannot permit myself to be left behind in such a fashion. I must keep making progress of my own.
Good job. Oh, hey, Monica's done as well. Monica, you had fairly few. Ferdinand, your turn. I think you have one with Lysithea? Yes.
Alright, now just... What's with the weird design on this piece here?
I think chess.
That is no design, Caspar, but a fracture. And a perfectly straight one at that, which makes it rather hard to discern. Repairing it will likely not prove worth the bother. Best relegate the piece to life as training equipment.
Wow, you really know your stuff, Ferdinand. I'm clueless when it comes to this kind of thing. Sometimes I think you know everything.
Oh, I am not quite so impressive as that. But you seem troubled by something, Caspar. What is it? No, forgive my presumption. Perhaps I was merely imagining it.
See? You do know everything. Something is kind of bothering me. I was talking to someone the other day about how I want to distinguish myself in battle, and they said that meant I wanted the war to go on forever. Of course, I told them they were nuts. Then I actually started thinking about it. About what I'll be doing when the war ends, I mean. About what I'll even be.
I do not think you have cause to worry. We may not know what the future holds, but you are delivering great results as a leader. Surely you will be held in esteem for such.
Yeah.
Sure, but doesn't that just mean my life is about nothing but fighting?
I thought you honestly wanted that.
I'm not a guy like you who's good at pretty much everything, so... Listen to me. I can't remember the last time I got in my own head like this.
Nonsense. We all have our worries.
That's fair.
Why, even I have one or two of my own.
Oh yeah? Like what?
Well, your earlier appraisal of my boundless talent, for one.
Huh? But that's true. Also, why would you need to worry about being good at everything?
Because that's what he feels like all he
There
has.
is no doubt I can handle most things without much difficulty. And there are few things I have strong preferences about. Hardly any, in fact.
Right. Which means...
But to me, that fact is nothing more than the flip side of having no prominent talents. I am a purveyor of all trades, but an expert in none.
Yeah.
A man such as yourself, who possesses rare ability in a single field, is positively dazzling.
What? Okay, you are seriously overthinking this entire thing, Ferdinand.
Uh-huh.
Don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled you have a high opinion of me, but any comparison of us is always gonna end with my being humiliated.
Do you truly think so?
Look, I'm bad at the sciences, hopeless with strategy, and a complete oaf when it comes to coordinating anything besides tying my own shoes. But you can help me with all that stuff. And not just me, you can help everyone shore up their weak points. Sheesh. Alright, that's enough worry for one day. Time to go run until I puke. Yeah!
Sure.
Caspar, wait! And he has gone. Still, I suppose the man makes an intriguing point. My lack of weaknesses does give me a unique ability to offer aid to everyone.
Mm-hmm. Being a jack of all trades isn't a negative thing, but having a thing you excel in is a want. That was a really interesting support to have. And a good for them it being the only support they had. Dorothea, how's it going now that you know who Ferdinand is?
What am I supposed to say to Ferdy? Oh, this is such a problem. All my animosity towards him has been due to a misunderstanding on my part.
Uh-huh.
I really owe him a...
Dorothea!
Uh-oh.
Ferdy? What in the world?
I shall not approach any closer. So pray, stand there and hear me out. My deepest
Dumbass.
apologies for what happened the other day. I fear I may have wounded you most grievously. As I am a fool who knows not how I upset you, you may freely laugh and jeer at my inadequacies.
This some kind of lover's quarrel, maybe?
You think
Yes.
he's cheating on her? Nah,
No.
couldn't be. But then again... Oh, for the love of... Ferdy! Please stop screaming our private business for all the world to hear!
You're not making it better.
But you told me to stay away from you, and I must not disregard your wishes in the matter. I implore you to forgive me. I have no wish for our relationship to end in such a horrid manner.
This is getting good. Can't say the lady looks too into it, though.
True, but if two folks really and truly love each other, they can overcome anything.
I forgive you, Ferdy! Now for the love of everything, stop shouting!
Thank you for forgiving me, Dorothea. And thank you for hearing out my thoughts on the matter.
Oh, I think everyone heard you out.
Uh-huh.
I see. Then you are still cross with me.
No.
Listen, Ferdy, you don't need to apologize.
Does this mean you will never forgive me for as long as I live?
No.
Whatever am I to do?
Just listen to me for a second. You don't have to apologize to me because I'm the one who should be apologizing to you.
Oh? But why? I should not think you have any defects to speak of.
I overheard you and Adie talking the other day. When you were telling her about the water nymph you saw in the fountain in Enbar?
Yeah?
Well, I'm fairly sure what you thought was a nymph was actually me, as a child.
Come again?
Uh-oh.
That was the day I met Manuela and was invited to be a singer, and I was over the moon about it. I slipped into the fountain to wash up, hoping to scrub some of the dirt off of me. And then you appeared.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
But if the beautiful water nymph was actually you, then that means...
You were naked. Uh-huh.
Yes, right. Anyway, I got embarrassed thinking about it, which is why I told you to stay away. That's all.
Yes. Well, I am glad we were able to clear that up.
Good. That was a fun one. Again, I can't say anything about that. Oh god, you have another one? Oh yeah, Lysithia.
Lysithea!
Must you cry out my name whenever you see me? Yes, well, what do you need?
A moment of your time, nothing more. I have an issue I would like to discuss.
Uh-huh.
Very well, but please make it fast.
It concerns your future.
Ooh.
Huh?
I just could not understand why a talented young woman such as yourself would make such a rash and frankly illogical decision. Why would you throw away your nobility? Why must you live with such hasty abandon?
Well,
I sought answers to these questions. I attempted to understand your reason for living.
Could you not, though? It's incredibly irritating.
yes.
Fine, whatever. Keep talking.
Right. Well, in the end, I happened upon your secret and came here to talk to you. I know you have been condemned to a brief life.
So you know the truth. Good for you. Well, as I have no options or choice in the matter, I'd appreciate you just leaving it be.
Do you truly have no options?
And what option do you think is open to me? I can't do anything but take on responsibility for my parents.
I do not know. At least, not right now, but...
Don't you think I'd do something if I could?
Of course. And as I said, I lack a solution to the issue at present. Though there may only be little time left to you, does it mean there is no tomorrow? No day after that? As long as you draw breath, you can take action.
And what action can I possibly take, Ferdinand?
Well, this is getting
Stop
real.
clinging to false hope long ago.
Do not turn away from the magic of possibility. Lord Arundel, and the others who worked in the shadows of the Empire, left behind a great deal of information. And, as you know, I have been delving into that information with Hubert. In the course of our work, we located records of the fell experiments conducted at House Ordelia.
You did?
We did. Now, there is no guarantee we will stumble across a solution to your particular problem. But we have the wisest minds of the Empire, including Linhart, Professor Hanneman, and many others, researching the matter as we speak. So please, just hold on a little longer, Lysithea. Let us finish this before your life flickers out.
I don't even...
Okay, yeah, this is a really good support.
Wait! Let me help with the research too!
I can definitely see why you wanted me to do it.
Much better! Wait for me!
Ow, yeah. Don't really know what to say about that one. That was just overall good. Now, I also realized I never did the war section here on stream because I wanted to end it at a reasonable time, and I did. But now I don't have that restriction on me anymore. So I'm just gonna go to everyone that I haven't talked. I've talked to literally everyone. I'm gonna go through a support, and when I finish it, I will talk to that person. I need to remember the pause button. Linhard, you're next. Linhard or Bernie? No, not more sad. Stop it. It's staying with the phone calls.
Bernadetta, what are you doing here? Uh-oh, looks like I'm interrupting. I'll be going.
Oh, did they die?
Listen to me!
The ones that she came across and were like lovers.
Remember the two people
Yep.
we saw out
Ah!
here?
No!
Well, the guy died.
Sadly, that sort of thing does happen. Another tragic love story for the books, I suppose.
I really believed they'd live happily ever after, and
I can't take it ending like this. It's so awful.
Perhaps so, but this is the result of the Empire choosing war.
But I thought the power of their love for each other would see them through, safe and sound.
You expect too much from love. Yes, there are instances where emotion allows the body to go beyond the bounds of what should be possible. But the effects are quite minor. It's certainly not going to bring the dead back to life.
I know that, Linhardt. I just think it's sad. I mean, don't you think it's sad?
If pushed, yes, I would consider that to be sad.
What is wrong with you?
I didn't even know the man's name. Also, plenty of our enemies die, so why are we only sad for allies?
Because they're, you know, our allies?
I wouldn't want you to die, of course. That would make me quite sad.
And I don't want to see you die either, Linhardt. I'd cry even more if you died. Just the thought of it makes me...
Oh dear. Please don't cry over things that haven't happened yet.
That won't happen.
Oh no, that's what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, Linhardt.
It's fine. But to that point, let's just make sure you and I both survive this war together. If we can do that, what you said will have come true and I'll happily apologize.
Apologize? For what?
For disputing the idea that two people's feelings for each other can help them overcome the risk of death. After all, the two of us surviving the war would refute any arguments I've made to the contrary.
Oh, I get it. So you and me and the power of our feelings for each other could... wait, are what now?
All of this earnest conversation has me exhausted. Time for some sleep.
You can't just make her confused and leave.
Again? No, don't you dare fall asleep on me now. If you do that, I'm leaving you here.
I don't think he would oppose.
What a rest. What's going on there?
Is this really happening? My prayers have been answered.
When I was about to die, your face floated into my mind, and then a miracle happened.
It seems reports of his death in battle were greatly exaggerated. I'll have to let Bernadetta know. Although given her sensibility, she's as likely to think he's a ghost as she is to be happy about it.
That was nice. I gotta stop saying that. Holy Christ. Hey, 3 more.
Goodness, I slept too much. A little fishing ought to snap me right awake.
I am hearing you, Linhardt.
Apparently so. Care to fish with me?
Or what watery expanse whilst our hooked morsel fly?
Oh,
what
no.
Dost thou? Nay, thou. Dost thou be intending to make thy quarry?
This is me whenever I was like, oh yeah, I have to understand old Norwegian poems. And I'm like, I don't need to know how these speaks.
In days of yore, I oft partooketh of the angler's art. Yea, forsooth, I was being quite adept. But in this place, thou art knowing thy waters better. Mayhap thou art being my guide?
Oh, that is wonderful. Is this about that love letter? You did say you were going to study up on the old speech. I was wondering why you were assaulting me with so many these and thous.
Fodlan's old tongue gives me much more difficulty than the young one.
Absolutely. Most people struggle to even write that way, let alone speak it. I'm in awe of you, Petra. What you've done is very, very impressive. I bet you could scour the continent and only find a handful of people who can form such sentences. I mean, people haven't spoken that way since the goddess herself walked the land.
So speakers of this style are rare? I have been trying with hardness to learn how to be speaking like everyone else in Fodlan. And now I am finding success, but in the wrong century.
I think you should be proud. This only goes to show how much of an aptitude you have for languages. You're not even from Fodlan, and you can out-thou the best of us. That's fascinating. Thou art extremely fascinating, Petra.
I am not understanding the funniness. Do the people of Fodlan truly never speak in this way?
Usually only if they're a professional actor or trying to make a bit of a joke. But perhaps you're about to usher in a major comeback. In fact, I think we should schedule some time for you to coach me, Professor Petra.
Me teaching you? That idea is a wonderful one. You are usually teaching me so many things, and now I can be repaying the favor.
It's almost a shame you've got your life mapped out as Queen of Brigid. You'd make a fine academic. I don't suppose I could talk you into it.
Nah.
An academic?
Yes, a sort of professional scholar. It takes passion and, more importantly, luck. But you've got both.
I do?
Well, there's no question you're passionate and a hard worker, which just leaves the luck part. And I'd say you live a charmed life indeed if people are dropping you love letters in the middle of a war. Whatever happened with that, by the way?
I gave him my rejection and will never be seeing him again.
What? Really? I'm dying to know more, but listen, just give the academia thing some thought, all right? You'd be perfect for it.
That was an interesting insight into, like, Petra's character and, like, her studiousness that is kind of overlooked sometimes. Now, Leonie!
I can't believe Caspar foisted this on me. I don't even think Leonie would have a use for it, but I suppose it couldn't hurt to ask. Hello, Leonie. Are you meeting someone?
I'm meeting you. Per your request. Please don't tell me you forgot.
There's a possibility. Forgot.
Ah, that's right. I have something to show you.
Wait, did you actually forget?
Oh, who can say? More importantly, take a look at this. I don't need it and was going to throw it out, but then I thought perhaps you might have a use for it.
Throw it out? What a waste! I'll definitely take it.
What is it?
Truly? I suspected you might say that, but still...
You gotta use things that are usable after all.
Despite the fact that it's been written on so much that it now has utterly fulfilled the destiny of all paper?
Well, it could be reused.
There's still plenty of white space. And even if it was packed to the gills, it'd still make good kindling.
Uh-huh.
In any case, if you don't need it, I'm happy to take it off your hands. Deal? Deal.
All yours.
Okay, now I gotta give you something in return. Let me see what I've got here. Well, looks like all I have is this dealie I picked up in the woods a couple days back. Thought it might make a good arrowhead, but it's too hard for me to flint knap properly.
That's a piece of an ancient relic. How did you even find such a thing?
Oh, you know, just out there.
Well, I will gladly take it. Incidentally, would you mind telling me where you picked it up?
Wow, you really want this, huh?
I do indeed, Leonie. Why, this is a discovery worthy of canceling my afternoon nap.
Somehow I doubt that's gonna happen, but, well, I'm happy if you're happy.
And you have done me a service as well, by taking an unneeded item off my hands.
It's funny how stuff like this works out. One person's trash really is another person's treasure.
And that's the moral
That is
of
because
this.
you and I
story.
are what I would call a special pair.
Care to explain that?
One might say the things that matter to us are completely opposed.
Yeah.
Even among all of our comrades, you'll not find a pair more... Well, except for... and then there's...
No.
You know what?
I need a tea.
We aren't so special after all.
You are a very strange man, Linhart.
But special or not, our relationship is perfect for disposing of unwanted items. So let's keep it up.
Sure thing, buddy. Not that I have any idea what you're asking me for at this point.
That was a simple one, but I could appreciate it.
Ah, Constance. I have something I'd like to ask you.
I can't imagine how a dullard like myself would be anything but a bother to one such as you. However, I'm happy to answer anything you need.
Ah, perfect timing, Constance. I'd like to conduct a little experiment regarding the crest of Noah.
If my useless body can somehow help, it is yours.
Linhart von Hevering, where are you?
Something wrong, Constance?
Oh?
You seem quite upset.
For crying out loud! There you are!
Yes?
I demand to know why you are always coming to my other side and engaging in all manner of questions and experiments.
Because it's easier?
My secrets are being revealed one after another!
That too.
Well, naturally, I prefer to deal with someone who's forthcoming with her answers.
I am always forthcoming.
Actually, I'm finding you a bit troublesome.
Troublesome? What about me is troublesome? Explain yourself at once, you feckless cat of a man!
It's, well, you know.
No, I don't know. I'm answering whatever questions you throw at me, and that is the kind of mealy-mouthed, perfunctory response you deem fit to toss in my direction?
I suppose that's a fair point. But do you really want me to dig into detail on the bothersome parts of your personality?
No?
Well, when you put it that way, it does sound like a discussion that would make me wroth.
Which is why I think the world is better off with my mealy-mouthed response, as you so aptly put it.
In that case, I shall let sleeping hounds lie.
Good. And with that, farewell.
Hold, cretin! My agreeing to drop that particular matter does not also apply to your digging about in my personal affairs via my other mood. We must discuss terms of exchange.
Terms of exchange?
Is it not obvious? My other side is cooperating with your research, so you shall cooperate with mine. There's always demand for new magical experimentation subjects, after all.
And what sort of magic do you mean exactly?
Magic that makes one's eyes emit a dazzling golden light.
For the briefest of moments, I thought this might actually be interesting. Yes, well, all this talking has exhausted me, so perhaps we can take the matter up at a later date?
Mayhaps.
Oh, I don't mind, but make sure you talk to me as I am now. Understand?
A hard pass. On Linhart's part. Nice. Do you have anyone else? No, that is all of Linhardt's supports. Linhardt is officially done on this this journey of mine, at the very least. Only two. Now I can talk to both Leone and Linhardt. These marches over every hill and dale in this weather have been ruthless. It's difficult enough to walk, let alone fight battles. Everything has been utterly insufferable, but I suppose that's to be expected more.
Let's see.
You said it. We've been marching off our feet off lately. At least when the war's over, we don't have to travel as much. I certainly hope so. I wouldn't mind the exhaustion if I were on the research trip, but this is ridiculous. And now Leone. Oh, both of you, sure.
Hey!
Damn it. Hey, you don't know anything about when you were born, right? Hope nothing weird happened to you back then. Though, I have my concerns. I don't remember anything prior to my mom finding me. Not where I was or what I was doing. Nothing. But I have no idea what happened to me in the past.
No way.
Well, that's not just you. No one can remember things from when they were that young. If there was only a way we could find out more. I always thought a mercenary just had to do exactly what their employer said. But I still find myself wondering what my reasons are for fighting, or what will happen to my allies if we lose. What about you? Do you ever think about that stuff? Or do you just focus on fighting?
Nuh-uh.
I focus only on fighting when I'm in battle. Letting my mind wander could leave me open to the enemy.
I get it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm gonna concentrate on my fighting too. Makes sense. Now, over to Caspar, who has 1, 2, 3 support. 4!
So I think you might be a little off here, Caspar. The interpretation is more like this.
No kidding. Well, so then this part here would actually mean something like... Hey, are this and this the same? I think they connect to that one thing from before.
Nice one. So now you understand that part, right?
Whew, I really made some progress today.
Yes, you've been doing quite well. You used to only train your body, but lately you've been spending more time on your mind.
Kinda got a better opinion of me now, huh? I mean, no way did I become a genius in just 5 days, but this still isn't bad. You've been hitting the books a lot yourself lately. Wouldn't you rather be out on dates or something?
Not at all. I'm working very hard for the sake of our future. Also, studying together like this is sort of fun.
I get it. It's kind of like training. The more you do, the more you get out of it. But I also noticed that my training has gone better since I started this whole studying thing.
And perhaps having a partner is helping too? Still, it makes me kind of sad. We'd probably be studying together like this a lot more if the academy hadn't shut down.
I don't know about that. I mean, if we hadn't ended up in this war, would I have found a reason to study like this? Honestly, I kinda doubt it.
Caspar, whatever's bothering you, you're not going to solve it by muttering to yourself.
Yeah, you caught me. Up until Edelgard decided she was going to fight, I didn't know much of anything. Not about the evil guys who came into the Empire, and not about the problems in Fodlan. Not saying I fully understand that stuff now, either, but at least I want to try.
Seeing you now is like looking at an adorable baby brother. I just want to pinch your cheeks and cheer you on with everything I've got.
Please don't.
Okay. I mean, sure, I'm the second son and you're older than me, but...
Perfect. Then go ahead and start thinking of me as your big sister.
You know what? I actually don't mind that. Well then, just keep watching me grow, big sis.
Bah.
I thought you'd just laugh that off. With the passing of 5 sunrises and 5 sunsets, even a boy can burgeon into an impressive man.
Yeah, they had that dialogue before.
What? Is that another part of Francis's story?
Oh, that's my little secret. Still, whatever am I to do now? Let's just continue bringing the best out of each other, for the sake of our post-war future.
Our meaning... never mind, I'm with you. Let's keep giving it our all together, Dorothea.
Yeah. Again, it shows like characters have the ability to do stuff if they put their mind into it, but their specialized field lies elsewhere most of the time. Now Petra!
Leopold von Bergliez, I am challenging you to a duel.
Oh yeah, this was happening.
Meet me at the time and place designated. Signed, Petra McNeary.
Sorry, but my father won't be coming.
Why not, Caspar?
Because I got a hold of your letter before it could reach him. He doesn't know a thing.
Why are you making interference? You do not have the right.
Because I can't stand the thought of you dying. You're a great fighter, Petra. But you don't have a prayer against my father. You've got to know that.
Then you can be dying in his place, Caspar von Bergliez!
Petra?
Huh? What the... Why are you backing away? Just finish me off.
You didn't fight back.
That would be achieving nothing.
I thought you said you were gonna kill me in my father's place.
I was losing control of my emotions.
I do think I'm liking
Okay, so
this
now what?
progression of
Gonna
this
start
story
following my
between
father
them
around again?
more than I did in the original game.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I mean, I know he killed your father, so if you really hate him that much, then go for it, I guess. But I'm gonna try and stop you because I don't want you two killing each other.
Caspar, for certain reasons that are not being public, I am Queen of Brigid now. A queen cannot be acting on personal grudges.
Then why did you challenge my father to a duel?
Just to see who's stronger?
I do not know. It was a mistake. It was not normal for me.
Well, I guess even a queen can't push her feelings down forever. I can't imagine what it must have been like to go through what you did. But I think I can still relate. Hey, here's an idea. From now on, take it out on me.
No, this is silliness. There is no point in killing you.
I'm not talking about killing, Petra. What I want you to do is unload on me. Tell me off. Just talk to me about whatever it is you're feeling. If all your hate becomes too much, dump it on me. If you want to hit something, I'm your guy. I just want us to keep being friends. All right?
We will stay friends by yelling and hitting?
Yeah!
I am not certain that is the kind of friendship I am wanting.
But that's
I
the
am
one that
thinking you
Caspar
are the
loves.
same. I will be giving it thought.
Great. Then just tell me when you need me.
That was nice. I said it again! But yeah, it goes over the issues Petra has with the Empire.
Huh?
Jesus.
Ugh. You got me good, friend. I concede.
Yes! I won!
You didn't fight like yourself today, and I mean that in a good way.
You fended off everything I had, then saw an opening at the last second and really showed me what's what. You turned my own height advantage against me. I never saw it coming.
Yeah, it was quite the ending, all right. That said, it wasn't my idea to fight like that. Linhardt mentioned it was the only way for me to beat someone with your height.
Still, even if it wasn't your idea, you're the guy who put it into action. So no need to be humble. Puff that chest out for Linhardt's sake.
I'll do just that. But now I found myself with a new goal to worry about. This victory came from me getting outside advice. Next time, I want to win it all by myself.
Hey, it's okay to have ambitions and junk, but... Look, if you ask me, I think there's more value in winning with someone than in smashing skulls alone.
Wait, you do?
Yep. When it comes to a fist, the more people behind the punch, the stronger it gets. Me, for example, I've got Holst backing me up.
Not Yuri?
That's helped me tons of times in my life.
You're old childhood friends, right?
Sure are. We're two peas in a rotten pod. Although right now, each pea is off in a different place. But I know we'll see each other again somewhere down the road. Not a doubt in my mind.
In that case, I guess Linhardt is my Holst.
We're the same, you and me. Warriors who fight
Kind
with
of.
childhood buds backing up their fists.
Except that our friends aren't the tiniest bit alike in terms of personality or military skill.
Nothing wrong with that. It's natural for folks in different positions to have different ways of life. All you and I can do now is live life with everything we've got. If you train with all your heart, you can live and die without a single regret.
Yeah, you're right. We've got nothing but fighting. So let's fight and fight and fight until this war is over.
Oh, hang on, pal. I've got money and women to think about too, you know.
And I've got martial arts, brawling, and hand-to-hand combat to think about.
Caspar?
That's all fighting.
Just a simple meathead fighting someone with a little bit more tact. There's another one I missed. Mercedes!
Mercedes, got a sec?
Mercedes.
Hello, Caspar. What do you need?
I wanted to ask you something about Professor Yuritsa.
Oh?
He's your little brother, yeah?
Yes, that's right. What of it?
Nothing. Except that I've challenged him a bunch of times and he keeps wiping the floor with me. So I thought maybe you might know some special way I could train to beat him, seeing as you're his sister and all.
A way to beat Yuritsa. Oh, I have it.
Impossible.
All right, lay it on me.
Here, follow me.
I don't think this is going very well.
Please allow me. There, see? If you do it like so, it's actually quite simple.
Yeah, that's actually... Wait, no! How is baking supposed to help you beat Professor Yuritsa?
It'll soften him up.
Because we're making treats.
Oh, I see. Again, no! How does that help? Unless... Hang on. Are these actually magic treats that fill me with unimaginable strength?
No.
I don't want to win like that. It's cheating.
You're so amusing, Caspar. But no, there are no magical treats that do such a thing. Look here. They're almost done, so watch what I do very carefully.
I'm curious.
Whoa! These look amazing!
Oh god, what are they called again?
But again, and I hate to keep repeating myself here, how does this help me beat Professor Yuritsa? Is there some kind of terrible secret in the method? Black magic in the brown sugar, maybe?
Oh, Caspar, there's no secret. Yuritsa has loved sweets for the longest time, but he's terrible when it comes to making them.
So you're taking this as a beating him and making
You
sweets.
can make a better sweet treat than he. I'm sure he'll be vexed and acknowledge his defeat.
I'm trying to beat him in combat, not baking!
You rarely hear Caspar actually being upset. But yeah, that's these three done. And no one else? No one else so far. Well, time to go look for them. Caspar! Most of this war's behind us, which means a few chances to make a name for myself. I need to pull out all the stops in the next battle, or you're gonna have to leave me in the dust. Seriously though, I got your back if you got mine, Jess. Are you sure that's what you want? What's the problem? If you can't keep up, I'll leave you behind. Yeah. Now, Dorothea. Valley of Torment lives up to his name, or lived up to his name. All those people crammed into that narrow ravine. I'll never forget the sight of it for as long as I live. Now, no matter how much I wish I could scrub it out. I need to think about something else. What's next? Are we all ready to go? Yeah, we're ready to go to the next war phase. Anyways, bye, I'm gonna talk to the next person now. When I am returning to Bridget, I can be holding my head high. Because I am thinking our relationship with the Empire will be fine now. I hope someday more people will be going between Bridget and Fodlan. Yeah. Now, Bernie. You have... Oh, you almost have on Dorothea. Almost with Bernadetta. Happy.
Looks like there's lots of bugs around here. Go on and eat a bunch and grow nice and big plants.
Hey, Bernie B. Doing a little garden care?
Huh? Oh, yes. Do you need something, Happy? Oh, wait. Are you here to finish me off and turn me into fertilizer? No! I'm completely devoid of nutritional content. I'm basically just air.
No, but if you want to be fertilizer that badly, I'm certain it could be arranged. I just wanted to mention how I'm surprised to find carnivorous plants growing here. I was curious who was taking care of them. And now I seem to have found my answer.
Oh, it's gonna be funny because I think like Bernie's favorite plant in the original game was carnivorous plant. I don't know how to pronounce it, but yeah, it's funny to see like that being tied in here.
Yeah, carnivorous plants are my favorite.
Well,
and mine as well. I had no idea we were such kindred spirits.
That's so great! I never thought I'd find another carnivorous plant lover in all of Fodlan. Yay!
You really don't need to yell like that. So, which one do you like best, Bernie B? There's a lot to consider after all. The aroma, the texture, the way you prepare it.
Oh yeah! Some smell nice, and some are just soft as all get out. But the way they're prepared? Like, how you take care of them? I suppose there's a lot of variance there, too.
Indeed. So of the ones here, which is your favorite?
Maybe this one. The one that looks like a jug.
why?
I like that one as well. It smells divine.
It lures in its prey with the
And
smell.
the experience really changes depending on what kind of berries you stuff it with.
Can't say I've ever thought to stuff it full of berries, but I definitely see how that would change things. Oh, but I also like this one here with the leaves that act like a mouth. They're so teensy and cute, and they blossom with white flowers. I could just stare at them all day.
Interesting. I always pick them before the flowers can bloom, so I didn't know that. Aren't the buds wonderful? Of course, wrapping with leaves is great too.
Plant people.
Yeah, the buds are unusual. I love them. And it's fun watching the leaves move. I'm happy you like watching them as much as me.
Watching?
Huh?
In any case, now we know we like the same ones. We should have a bite together next chance we get. Anyway, I have to be off.
Oh.
See ya.
Yep. Next time we'll go out together and,
Eat them?
get something to eat?
Oh no.
Yes, that's.
Oh no. Well then. Seems like a slight misconception is going on here. Happy still has more, so Bernie, where are you? Oh, are you inside again? No, you're not.
Actually,
You're so weird that I'm going to help my father. Not that I'm against it. I can't wait to see him cry. Encourage her.
Right on.
That's a spirit. Teach him a lesson. Not that I know what for, but yeah. Yeah, I can do this. Alright, next support. Do the blue lions. This shouldn't take long. Ooh, 2 with Yuri.
Here you go, Cully. As promised.
This feels a little light. You run into trouble moving the merchandise?
Sure did. With all the fighting lately, even the noble folk are getting real selective about who they do business with.
Well, nothing to be done for that. Our competitors certainly won't back down, so we can't afford to either. I'll think of something. Might involve crossing a dangerous bridge or 3, but we'll work it out.
I'm pretty sure he went... Huh? Yuri?
Well, if it isn't Ash. You seem out of breath. Am I really so charming?
Did you see someone suspicious come this way? I was chasing them down, but I lost them.
Ah, you must be referring to my lackey.
Oh?
Your lackey? Wait, what is that you're holding?
Blackmail.
Oh, just various proceeds from this and that.
Dirty money, is it?
Coin is coin. Whatever grime it may bear always washes clean in the end.
You know, I've been biting my tongue on this for a while, but I don't think it's right to earn money the way you do. You're so much smarter than me. You could do anything if you put your mind to it. There's no need to resort to cheating and hurting people to turn a profit.
Are you seriously trying to lecture the Lord of the Underworld? Oh, that's adorable. No one makes it through this life with clean hands. You should know that better than anyone. Sometimes you have to resort to just the most terrible things imaginable in order to feed your family. Am I right?
How do you know about my past? I've never told anyone.
Sure you haven't.
No, I don't know. Perhaps I heard it from Count Rowe. Or maybe even Lord Lenato. The sins we commit follow us until our dying day, my friend.
I know that. But even so,
Yeah?
Well, I'm a bit busy, so you work that out while I walk away. Bye then.
Yuri. No, I won't turn my back on you.
I know you want to help him in a better place, but he's kind of keeping order in that underworld as well. So, you know, let's see how it turns out.
We lost him. Split up and search, boys. Don't let him get away.
They really are a persistent pack of scoundrels.
Someone shot me!
Yuri, over here! I think we're good. They won't chase us this far. Looks like I was just in time. Are you hurt?
So long as my face is fine, the rest of me doesn't matter. That's the real moneymaker, you know. And I appreciate the save, by the way.
You never change. Anyway, care to tell me why those thugs were after you?
Oh, just a little disagreement among businessmen. Happens all the time.
This is exactly why I said you had to find a different way to make money.
If you're going to lecture me, I'd prefer the arrow you gave my friend back there. Also, if you disagree with my methods, why save me in the first place? You could have left me to reap the consequences of my actions and had one less villain in the world.
I'm not lecturing you because I think you're a villain. I've no right to call you evil anyway. I just don't want to see you endanger yourself.
Sometimes the only way to get anything done is by putting yourself in harm's way. You should know. Or I suppose you've forgotten what it's like to wallow in the mud with the rest of us.
Trust me, I know. I can't forget the past no matter how hard I try. But I still think what you're doing is wrong. Not only are you hurting other people, you're disregarding your own well-being.
But I'm hurting people that mean bad.
I chose this life of my own accord, and I take pride in what I do. If I get hurt in the process, that's just part of the deal. And if I'm caught and the townspeople hurl stones and fruit as I march to my execution, I'll still die with a smile on my face because...
And Ash is gonna say...
Okay, enough! This is the reason why I can't keep letting you do this! You want to protect the people important to you, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
want to make sure
his
you
core
don't
problem.
end up dead and covered in rotting fruit.
Yeah, like, I think what's would be said here. He doesn't want Yuri to live this life so that he will end up dead, so he won't be able to save as many that he could.
So if you still insist on being a reckless fool, I'm going to protect you anyway.
Even though it means siding with a filthy villain?
I'm not about to help you commit crimes. And if it looks like you're going to hurt someone, I'll do everything in my power to stop you. I just want to save my friend, okay?
I truly don't get you sometimes. Also, can't believe I'm going to fall for a cornball line like that.
Did you say something, Yuri?
Nothing. Forget it.
Yeah, that was a good natural conclusion. Not really like, how to put it? Not really, like, resolving that Yuri's never gonna do, like, underhanded things anymore. And Ash is not gonna just let him do his thing, but a compromise between trying to better themselves. Or better Yuri, rather. That's not compromising his identity. Alright, Ash. Where are you? In front of me? In front of me. I've been thinking about justice, what justice really means ever since I left Pogus. I still haven't figured it out. I wonder if I ever will. You'll work it out, what it means to you someday, even if it's a struggle now. Thanks, Jess. Yeah. Now, Mercedes, the last of the Blue Lion, and Doritza, let's go.
Dear son, I hope this letter finds you well, and that you and your sister aren't fighting too much. It's been some time since I left the church in the kingdom, but I'm making do. Once this war is over, I hope the three of us can live together again. She seems in good health.
Yes. She sent me this letter as soon as I wrote her about being reunited with you. I know she was happy to hear that. She was always so worried about you, you know? We haven't seen you since we left House Bartels, so please go visit her when you have a chance. As you read, we were thinking that after the war is over, we could perhaps reunite.
No.
My life's on the
Why
battlefield.
not?
I need to atone.
I cannot face her.
My hands are stained with blood.
I killed my father.
Oh!
Slaughtered everyone in the house. Our
Wait.
mother shouldn't meet a murderer.
Did I know this?
Yes, I heard about that. But I'm certain you took those actions because you felt you had to, right? Just explain it to her. She'll listen to you.
You do not understand. There is a murderous demon in my heart. The Death Knight inside me would cut you and our mother down without hesitation. If that happened, I would lose myself.
But we're here talking right now, and you're just as you always were. You're my little Emile who loves kittens and sweets.
Mercedes. I may be fine now, and perhaps the demon in me will even perish someday. But I cannot live with you until I pay for my crimes. And considering the weight of them, that day may never come.
But
I seek only to be judged by the law, and thereby atone.
Yep, he's all about atonement.
so that's what you've decided, is it? In that case, I have no choice but to support you, no matter how sad it makes me. But just know that Mother and I will always be waiting for you, no matter how long it takes. I look forward to the day when you can show your face to her proudly.
I see.
We might both be old ladies by then. But we'll still be able to talk over tea like always.
Thank you, Mercedes.
That was sweet. Yeah, it goes against, like, his nature to just forgive and forget. He has to, like, actually redeem himself for what he has done. But on his premises. Oh, to with Lysithea. Probably gonna be about sweets.
Huh? Where am I?
Oh dear, you fell asleep.
Good to see you up and about, Lysithea. How are you feeling?
Mercedes? Why are you... What am I doing here?
You don't remember? You collapsed during training, so I carried you here. Professor Manuela said you were sleep deprived. You were out for almost half the day, I think.
I slept for that long? No! I have to catch up on everything I missed!
I understand your impatience, but you're still quite pale. Why not stay here and rest a while longer?
Thanks for the concern, but I've rested enough.
That's a shame. I suppose I'll just have to throw out these cookies I baked for you.
Cookies?
Cookies.
Yes. I thought we might share them when you woke up.
Well, I suppose since you worked so hard on them... Wait. Are you taking advantage of my love of sugar?
Yes.
I only wanted to enjoy some tea and your company. There, see? I was thinking of rainbows when I baked them.
So colorful. How did you get them to look like this?
Oh, just a few special ingredients. It wasn't so difficult.
Now I'm even more curious.
Please try one. I'm certain you'll like it.
Okay, here I go. It's like snow. It just melts in my mouth and leaves the most wonderful aftertaste. This is honestly one of the most amazing things I've ever tasted in my life.
I'm glad you like them. Oh, and there are plenty more, so don't be shy.
Sure, but more importantly... Actually, wait. I need to eat another one first. Okay, you have to teach me how to make these.
Of course. But let's just enjoy the ones we have here first, yes?
No! You have to teach me right now! I have to know!
Oh, I think the tea is ready. Please
I'm
excuse
not
me for a
gonna.
second.
Bye!
No! Stop! Don't you dare leave! Can't believe I got so worked up just now. But I really need to know how to make these.
Well, time to find out how to make these.
Like this? No, it's more like that.
Lysithia, it isn't often I find you in the kitchen.
I could say the same. What are you doing here at this hour?
Oh, I just wanted to bake some treats for everyone.
To improve morale, right? In that case, I'll help. 4 hands are better than 2 and all that.
That would be wonderful. If you could start by peeling this fruit and... Oh dear.
What's wrong?
These fruits have mostly spoiled.
Oh no.
I was going to add them for the fragrance, but in this state...
I guess we have to eat
Well,
them.
it's not like we can go out and buy more, so we'll just have to leave them out.
Just to take stock, what ingredients do we currently have on hand?
Well, we have eggs, flour, sugar, and a very small amount of oil.
Sounds like there's no good substitute for the fruit then. We'll have to get creative.
Do you have something in mind?
Actually, yes.
I do, actually. If we boil the sugar in a pot...
No, I want the recipe.
Thank you, Lysithia. I think everyone will love them. And filling them with that sweet syrup you made was a marvelous idea.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite go-to tricks. But still, I couldn't have done it without you.
Really? I suppose I helped a little, but...
I still dream about those rainbow cookies you made. Ever since I had them, I've spent all my free time researching how to be a better baker. That's actually where I got the idea to make that syrup. So you were more help than you thought.
Oh, but you're always so busy training. Are you sure you're getting enough rest?
Honestly, baking is a nice break. Plus, it's when I'm busy that I need sweets the most.
Well, I'm glad you found your own way to relax.
I still think exercising, studying magic, and daily training are important.
But
I realize taking breaks every now and then improves my productivity too.
yeah, we're not
Yes,
bad.
You really have changed. You seem more mature now, like a responsible young woman.
Not like a child.
I've always been mature, thank you very much.
Well then, maybe you're simply wiser, like a wizened old grandmother.
Not sure I'd call myself... You know what? Never mind. I'll take it as a compliment.
I don't want to make myself younger.
Lysithia, would you like to have another tea party with me sometime? I'd love to try some of your baking for myself.
Sure. I suppose we could do that. Maybe then you'll finally teach me how to make those cookies.
That was sweet. Get it? Because sweets and... yeah. It kind of shows how stressed out Lysithia is. Oh, and that finishes Eureka's as well. Mercedes. There you are. Annie, Ingrid, and Sylvain were all my dear friends. They fought so brave to protect what they believed in. I'm not sure I could ever do that myself. That's why I think they're so incredible. We're so incredible. And Annette didn't die, right? I did save Annette, right? I hope the bishop is all right. If perchance he was to pass away, I wonder who would take his place in the Southern Church. No. That is most inappropriate to say. Right now, I must focus on rescuing him. Yeah. Anyways, Eureka. At last, we will finally annihilate those who slither in the dark. There were times when I had to fight alongside them after the Emperor hired me. But they truly make my blood boil. I will crush them like insects they are.
Listen.
I warn you, do not get in my way. Sure. Now what about Lawrence? Golden Deer time. You have Ignatz and Ignatz.
There you are, Ignatz.
Oh, Lawrence! I find the beauty of this place to be so relaxing, don't you?
Yes, I must wholeheartedly agree. It is marvelous. As are you. Not only are you a knight of House Gloucester, you have even taken on the role of a general within this army. To be honest, when first we met, I could not see you as anything more than a mere merchant's child, who happened to be gifted with a better eye than most.
That's probably all I really looked like back then.
But now, you've grown so capable that I regularly mistake you for someone else entirely.
That's nice of you to say. But I still have a long way to go before I'm where I want to be.
Do you remember your time working as a knight in my territory? And back before the war began? Compared to then, you are practically brimming with life now, especially as we march from locale to locale.
You really think I'm that different?
I always thought you not fond of battle, hence why I find this reversal so very puzzling.
Well, it's because... I confess, I've been painting. Whenever I've had the free time during our marches, that is.
No one would have guessed.
Is that so?
Yes. There are so many places in Fodlan just like this one, with the most incredible views. I simply can't help but put them down on paper because, well, I want them to stay with me forever. Maybe that's why I've been looking so alive lately. You certainly see straight through me, in any case.
I am sorry, Ignatz.
Huh? About what?
I granted you a position as my knight because I thought it to your benefit. But I see now that your heart lays somewhere else entirely. Hearing you talk about art with such passion, such fervor, it fills me with regret.
Oh, you don't need to apologize. If anything, I should be thanking you, Lawrence.
You should? What have I done to earn your gratitude?
Oh, you know.
When the Officers' Academy shut down, I was lost, deprived of my purpose in life. But then you came and offered me the job as a knight. Everything I experienced in that role has given my life new color. One I don't think I could do without.
I see.
So no matter how I live, no matter what I paint, there will always be that one hue that reflects my duty as a knight of House Gloucester. That will never disappear. And I couldn't be prouder that it's there.
I too am proud, Ignatz. Proud to call you a knight of my house. And a friend.
That must have been nice to see, like, Lawrence acknowledge that, hey, you have passions elsewhere. You should go follow them. And in return, Ignos going, hey, I actually appreciate what you did for me. Now, Lawrence, get away from this magic sound.
I see.
The Alliance is pursuing the Kingdom Army. I only hope they will emerge victorious. Ask if you're worried about the Alliance and want to return to them. Worried?
What do you think?
Let me guess, you're worried about your old buddies? Yes, they're completely lost without me, you see. Sure. Now, let's go talk to Raphael. I think only Leonie, if I were to guess. No, Marianne. And only Marianne.
Hey there, Marianne. What's up?
I can't get this poor thing to return to the stable. When I asked what was wrong, she said her stomach is in such terrible pain that she can't even take a step.
Yeah, that sounds like a real pickle.
If we could get her back to the stable, I could examine her and provide medication, but...
Step aside, Marianne. It's Raphael's time to shine. I'll get your horsey back to the stable in no time.
Yes, but, how exactly?
I'm gonna carry it!
Easy. I'll get her onto that cart over there and push her back home.
But I highly doubt she'll be willing to get into the cart given her current state.
That's no problem.
Just leave it to me. Good horsey. Good horsey. Just like that. See? It's not such a bad cart.
Oh, is he not carrying her?
And here we
No, he is!
go!
Thank you very much, Raphael. I gave her medicine, so she should feel much better soon.
There we go.
Seems she wants to
The
thank you.
beautiful long-haired horses.
No, you don't need to be thanking me, horsey. I'm just glad you're feeling better.
I hope this isn't rude, but I still can't believe you were able to lift a horse with your bare hands.
Yup.
Your little horsey there was just the right size to wake up my sleepy muscles. So, what was wrong with her tummy anyway?
I fear she made a snack of some rotten fruit.
Ah.
Oof, that's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
She's always been a bit of a glutton, I'm afraid. Still, I'm surprised she went so far as to eat something she found by the side of the road.
Ah, she was just hungry and eating what was around. Trust me, I know the feeling. I've eaten a lot of weird stuff before.
Like what?
I don't know. Old hard stuff, fuzzy green stuff. Think I ate some long wriggly stuff once.
Goodness me. And you weren't sick even after eating all of those bizarre things?
Nope. Oh, before the record, I only eat weird stuff when I'm really hungry.
I wish this poor horse had a stomach like yours.
Hey, if you want a strong stomach, all you gotta do is whip those gut muscles into shape. First you do 1,000 crunches, give or take. Then you wolf down as much meat as you can handle. Do that, and you'll have an iron stomach in no time. Give it a few days, and you won't even notice when you eat the weird stuff.
I'm sorry, but I really don't think that's a proper training regimen for a horse.
Oh, that's right. Horses don't eat meat.
But I'm sure she still very much appreciates your desire to help Raphael.
Oh, what'd she say now?
Yes, I see. Apparently she's feeling much better and wants to go for a run in a large open field.
See? She does want to work out. Come on, Marianne. The three of us are going running. 50 wind sprints around the field. Let's go!
Wait, I have to run wind sprints?
Of course he's a meathead and all that. It's just fun to see them interact. It's, reminiscent of their other supports. Oh, and that's all of Marianne's as well. Raph, where are you? Of course.
Did you know?
I know it's kinda late to bring this up, but I don't agree with how we've been fighting. You must feel the same way, right? Come on, you can tell me. Down on the fan. We don't exactly show mercy to our enemies. Maybe. But it's not like we're the only ones doing that. That's just war, you know? Then what do you have a problem with? We fight all day, but never get to party! Edelgard just doesn't get it. God damn it.
Did you know?
I cut off contact with my adoptive father now, but I believe I will return home someday. So I want to fight as hard as I can alongside of you while I'm here.
Yes.
This will be a significant battle for Foda's future, after all. Yeah. Now, the remaining supports. How many do we have left? Less than a page. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left at minimum. Or 10 people at the very least. Lysithia!
Ah, there you are, Ignatz.
Hello, Lysithia. Do you need something?
I wanted to thank you for your actions in our skirmish earlier. You blocked the enemy's approach, which allowed me to maintain my position on the battlefield. I'm very grateful.
Oh, you don't need to thank me. Protecting comrades is all part of the job when you're a knight.
At first, I thought knighthood would prove to be a task beyond your ability, but you've turned out to be surprisingly dependable. Didn't you come from a merchant family?
I sure did.
Then if I may, why have you chosen to become a knight instead of taking over the family business?
Because I'm the second son. My older brother is going to take over the business. My father wanted me to become a knight so I could help my brother that way. It was a lot to deal with, but in the end, I'm pretty happy with how it all turned out.
It's quite commendable to choose a future based on your family's wishes.
Oh, it's not so impressive.
Your family must have been ecstatic when you were knighted.
I suppose they were.
To be honest, I am envious of you.
You are?
I am. I haven't been able to do anything for my own mother and father yet. I hope to be as strong as you and do something equally wonderful for my parents one day.
You're very considerate of your parents, Lysithia. And I know how hard you work when you set your mind to something, so I'm sure you can do this too. Yes, well, if there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
That is to say, I certainly will. Thank you.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I really should be going. The work of a knight is never done, after all.
So more about, like, someone who cares a lot for their parents and someone who's a bit more ambivalent to it. Oh, that's both of theirs. That's the golden deer's done. We're getting through them.
Hey, let's think about that.
I think this battle is going to mark a major turning point in Poland's history. So we're willing to think about it, that I'll be part of that. If I survive, I want to paint a picture of the battle. I feel like somehow it's my duty to do so. Fair. I say
Let's see.
if those who slated in the dark are trying to wipe out the Emperor and the Archbishop at the same time, then we have to win, no matter what. We should also expect their leader to show up. The problem is, I won't be able to get the information I need during a chaotic fight. Which means I will simply have to subdue them. They won't slip through my fingers. Oh, no gift. Sorry, no gift. Yuri. You have it, Balthus, Balthus.
I've really done it this time.
Well, if it isn't Balthus. What's wrong? That was a legendary sigh.
Yuri, pal, hear me out for a sec, will ya? There were these mercs, and I may have made a bet with them.
Yeah, you lost, I get it. But we've got bigger issues to discuss.
Must be a pretty big deal if it's more important than me losing my dinner to those mercs.
It's come to my attention that one of my business associates is looking for a certain giant broke fool.
Oh no!
That's it? I'll just break him in half, and then we can move on with our lives. Not a problem.
I figured you'd say that, which is exactly why I came to tell you not to. You see, this particular associate hires out quite a few of my people. I can't have a bruiser like you turning them into corpses.
Can't I just rough him up enough to get him off my back? A few broken bones never killed anyone.
Oh, well.
Come
maybe.
On. You know there's no way I'd let you get away with that. I'd use every last one of my contacts to make sure you never win another bet for the rest of your life.
Whoa, cut a guy a break, would ya? I wouldn't put it past you to actually follow through.
I take it we've reached an understanding then. I suggest you lay low until things blow over. Clear? Even after all this time, her ability to enrage people still manages to astound me.
Hey, it's not as bad as it used to be. The price on my head's never been lower. On the flip side, the price for my skills has only gone up. I've been making money hand over fist as a mercenary. But the stakes keep getting higher and higher, so my pockets remain as empty as ever.
I can't help but sigh in disappointment listening to you talk. You're seriously lucky I'm not happy, or you'd be neck deep in monsters.
Alright, I hear you. But enough about me. What have you been getting up to since you left Abyss?
Oh, I just went back to my old gang. They were my home before the Officers' Academy, after all. But I still had to take on some mercenary work to keep my people fed and things running smoothly. It's been a rough couple of years, and thanks to that, my once stunning physique has been spoiled by all this muscle.
Really? You still look pretty scrawny to me. Your skill with the blades improved, though, that's for sure.
Well, when you're forced to fight, you either improve or you die. Still, I've got nothing on you. You practically live for a good brawl, after all.
These fists have never let me down. No matter the enemy, I'm always the one who walks away.
Good job, Balthus.
Say, Yuri, I just had a brilliant idea.
Oh no!
I have a feeling I'm going to regret asking. But sure, let's hear it.
If this associate of yours doesn't catch me, you and your underlings are gonna have to take responsibility, right?
Uh-huh.
Most likely. I knew what I was getting into when I told you to back down. I've made my peace.
Yeah? Well, I'm not about
Oh,
to leave
God
my
damn
buddy
it.
Yuri holding the bag while I sit on my hands.
Balthus?
So, to make things fair, let's have ourselves a little wager to decide which of us is gonna take the fall. That way, if you lose fair and square, it'll give you an out, yeah? You'll have no other choice but to take your goons back from that client, and they won't get pummeled by yours truly. Problem solved.
Hypothetically, if I were to take this bet, what happens if you lose?
I'll do what I always do. Take my shirt off, jump out in front of them, and run away as they look on in awe.
This is what I get for trying to help. You love taking off your clothes almost as much as you do gambling. No wonder your pockets are always empty.
I love being shirtless. I mean, looking at him, I can understand why he thinks that way. Hey, Yuri! Where you at, man?
So I've been thinking.
The Minister of Religious Affairs. Oh, right, he was a bishop now. In any case, Count Varley is currently holed up at Garrett Monastery, right? Personally, I'd love to hear him cry like a stuck pig. But I suppose with the way things are, we have no choice but to rescue him.
Huh?
Did something happen between you two? I had no idea you even knew each other. He put me through a great deal of pain a long time ago. It was my own fault, but still. I just can't believe there was anyone else that suited to act as the Southern Church Bishop. As a believer, I have more than a few reservations about someone like him heading to the church. Or heading to church. I hope all our great leaders will take that into consideration after the war. Yeah, definitely. Now, Balthus! Who do you have left to talk to, honestly? Constance? Shamir!
Hey there, Shamir. What's a gal like you doing in a place like this?
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
Nothing in particular. Just had some time to kill. Thought it'd be nice to chat.
Shouldn't you and Caspar be off punching things?
That sounds nice and all, but I've had my eye on you for a while.
Try anything funny, and you'll regret it.
Whoa, take it easy, pal. I didn't mean it like that. I was just thinking the two of us have got a lot in common, yeah?
Nothing comes to mind.
Hey now, let's not be too hasty. Take gambling, for instance. I happen to know you like a little game of chance, and I fancy a wager myself every now and again.
You can't call it gambling if all you do is lose.
Sure, I've probably lost more than I've made, but hey, that's part of the fun, right?
Keep telling yourself that.
What about booze? From what I understand, you're quite the drinker.
But unlike you, I can actually hold my liquor.
Hey, that was one time. Nobody drinks Balthus under the table. Not unless I've lost a bet.
You must lose often. I've seen you strolling around here quite a bit.
Get demolished.
Alright, so gambling and booze are out. What about fighting? The battlefield is where we both come alive, yeah?
My fighting style is nothing like yours.
I can't argue with that. I like to get in real close and crack some skulls, while you prefer to pick off enemies from a safe distance. But even if our methods are different, the end result is the same. It's kill or be killed out there.
Huh. So you do see how we're different.
Give me some credit, will ya? I might not be the best drinker or gambler, but I am the desirable king of grappling.
Yeah.
I can tell you're not
Desirable.
looking for your fights to be a bloodbath, unlike yours truly.
Because I don't like dying. I prefer to be the one doing the killing. That's why I use a bow. The only one who bleeds is the enemy.
Yeah.
Aren't you forgetting something? After gambling and booze, you're supposed to ask me about women. Though I doubt our tastes are similar.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean? Hey, Shamir! Where you going? Huh. Wonder what that was about.
Poor dumbass. Oh, Balthus and... Oh no, Shamir still has more. Probably with Hoppy. Now, Balti. Oh, of course you're over here.
What do you know? Got a minute?
We have more fighting to do after this, but I've got a feeling. This next battle is going to determine Fodla's future. You should probably start thinking about your next steps, you know? What you were going to do after the fighting's over. Yeah. Now, Constance, do you have anything to say with Hoppy? That's the wrong one. Yep. Hey, support, let's go.
Coco. I'm not gonna make it.
Happy? What in the world do you mean? You look rather unsteady all of a sudden.
I'm so sleepy. Why not just end my suffering now?
Can you not pull yourself together? You were the one who volunteered for guard duty in the first place.
I know, but whenever it's just the two of us like this, it reminds me of how things used to be. And then I get all nostalgic and sleepy. Usually I'd be in bed right now, you know?
Well, I cannot deny feeling a little nostalgic myself.
I can't believe we're still together after everything that's happened. First we had to help the Knights, then we wound up in the Imperial Army. Wild, right? I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like we're best friends or something.
Have you already forgotten what you once told me? You said that you would be so utterly lonesome without me to keep you company that it would only be a matter of time before you began to sigh. It was necessary that I stay with you in order to avert certain disaster. I had no choice in the matter, you see?
Did I really say all that?
You did indeed. It was the very day we left Abyss, if memory serves.
Alright then, fine by me. I wonder what everyone else from Abyss is up to now.
We know Balthus and Yuri are alive and well, and I believe it is likely everyone else is thriving too.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Do you ever wish you could return to those days, back in Abyss?
Me? Nah, not really. Most of the people here don't know about my power. They actually treat me like a normal person.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think that's one of my main issues with the main game was that whenever everyone was aware of Hoppy's power to the point where that was nothing, or there was nothing else they could really talk about.
Plus, you're here. It's like you said, I'd get lonely without my Coco. What about you? Would you be lonely without me?
Well, lonely is not necessarily the word I'd use.
So it's just me then, huh?
Okay, fine. I would be positively despondent without you here.
There you go. That wasn't so hard, was it? I'm glad you finally admitted it.
You knew? Why must you always tease me so?
Come on, you were pretty happy when I volunteered for guard duty, weren't you?
Yes, well, you see, that was because it had already been assigned to me. I merely thought it would be easier to have a partner with whom I was already familiar.
Same here. That's why I volunteered. I knew you'd be my partner, Coco.
I simply cannot win with you.
And then they were roommates. Yeah, I'm really liking how Hoppy is been represented in this game compared to the previous one. Kind of felt like she got the rough end a lot of the time. Wait, no, that's the wrong button. Constance!
Good day to you. How may I help you?
Do you have need for me? Perhaps you wish to aid me, or wish me to aid you at the Gag Mock. Feel free to use me as a decoy, or to make me pretend to surrender or have me sabotage them from underground. I care not what I do. Wait,
What?
sabotage? Are you plotting something?
Can I be of use?
Not really. I just have a talent for destruction after all of my failed experiments. Now Happy and probably Shamir, if I were to hazard a guess. Yep. Just quiet.
Oh, it's Shammy.
Shammy.
Ah, Happy.
Strange. I didn't take you for the praying type.
Good. I'm not.
Thought so. Then what are you doing here?
Just looking for some peace and quiet. This place seemed like the best option.
Got it. Should I leave you be then?
Yes.
You're fine. I've had enough silence anyway. You don't strike me as the praying type either. What brings you here?
Same reason as you, I guess. I just wanted some more quiet. But I don't mind if you're here, Shammy.
Alright. Mind if I ask you something then?
Why are you calling me Shammy?
You just did. Kidding. Go for it.
It just occurred to me, but
Oh.
you used to live in Abyss, right?
Not that.
Under Garreg Mach? Did you ever see a pagan altar or statue down there?
Yes?
Ah, you mean that big hunk of metal with the giant wings? Yeah, it's pretty hard to miss. Hold on, you know about Abyss? Did you go down there when you were a knight?
No, before that. Have you heard of the Dagda and Bridget War? After my side lost to the Empire, I was stranded in Fodlan. Somehow I wound up in Abyss. Soon after I started living there, I ran into trouble with someone from the church. Fortunately, Rhea noticed me, and I got hired by the Knights of Saros.
And then?
Let me guess. You got into it with Elfie, didn't you?
Elfie. The name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
Interesting. Anyway, sorry. I kind of interrupted you there.
Don't worry about it. So, that pagan statue, it's actually the Dagdan deity.
Lord!
No kidding. You're from Dagda, right?
Yes. I think it was the god of fate. I always wondered how it ended up there.
No clue. It's probably been there forever. You know, I remember there was this one foreigner who prayed to it all the time. Like, really prayed. She must have been from Dagda too.
Most likely. It will have to remain a mystery for now.
Mystery deepens.
Thanks, Happy. Is there anything you want to ask me?
What? Really? Let's see.
Oh, but, you can't just end it there. I know there's more, but... Fine. That was those two. So yeah, Byleth and Gerald's are gonna be the last one. So Manuela, Gerald, Byleth, Gerald. But first, Happy! There you are. Garreg Mach smack dab in the middle of the Podland, right?
Yeah.
No, it's got historical significance, but is it really worth sacrificing so many lives over? Hidden secret.
Let's see.
It's a huge building, so probably some crazy catacombs underneath. Who knows what kind of secrets might be hiding in that place? You think so too, huh? There definitely were some suspicious passages beneath the monastery. Yeah. I think I can say definitely something hidden there. Yes.
You got a minute?
The Knights of Saros were out in full force at Aelel. The rest of them must have been on their way to Garreg Mach, keeping an eye on the Emperor. They try everything. Yeah, also hi.
If I'm honest.
Garreg Mach has many tunnels that lead outside the mountains, and plenty of secret passages that we don't even know about. Needless to say, Lady Rhea knows the layout of the monastery like the back of her hand.
That's concerning.
Add in another enemy force, and who knows what might happen.
Ready and willing.
We better make sure we are fully prepared. Good luck out there, Chess. Yeah. Now for the penultimate supports that I have available to me right now. I thought maybe I hadn't done this. Oh boy.
Why, if it isn't Captain Gerald himself, a very good day to you. Oh my.
You okay there?
Those strong, broad shoulders, those rugged yet handsome features. I never realized you were such an attractive man. How did I miss it until now? For shame. Get it together, Manuela.
Stop being thirsty.
I hope you're not wasting time flirting with an old buzzard like me. Don't get me wrong. I'm flattered. But at my age, affairs of the heart are nothing but trouble. If you're looking for a catch, cast your net elsewhere. You might even find a fish closer to your own age.
That blunt and aloof attitude makes you even more desirable. The years have given you a charm that less experienced men lack. You know who I am, yes? Manuela Casagrande?
You think he cares?
I used to be a diva in the Middle Franc Opera Company and was known far and wide as the divine songstress. And here you are, the legendary mercenary known as Geralt the Blade Breaker. Why, we are the sort of duo that could shake Fodlan to its very core.
You sang in the Middle Franc Opera Company?
Oh.
I did indeed. Have you ever seen a performance?
No.
Oh, I see. But you've heard of them, at least.
Sure. I actually have a memory associated with that particular troupe.
Oh?
It's just not a happy one.
Oh dear. What kind of memory, if you don't mind my asking?
It's not really something I want to discuss.
Oh, there's no need to be coy. I just want to know more about you.
It's a memory of my wife.
Yeah.
A long time ago, I promised I'd take her to see an opera in Enbar.
Manuela, you may have,
I had the chance to keep that promise.
fucked up.
Ah, I see. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up any painful memories.
No, it's all right. I'm sorry that my story took the color right out of your pretty face. It was a long time ago.
You think I'm pretty?
I hadn't thought about it in an age, so don't worry yourself, young lady.
Young?
My. Well, I can't remember the last time someone called me by so wonderful a moniker.
Oh, there's that smile again. Compared to my ugly mug, you've got the face of an angel.
Jesus, Gerald.
No reason to waste your time with an old piece of leather like me.
But that buttery smooth voice, though. Poor Manuela. Shot down. Hi, need a shoulder to cry on? All I've done is fighting for more than 2 years. I've hardly had the opportunity to find a special someone. And now here we are.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, same here. Never mind. Yeah, I would appreciate if you didn't compare yourself to me when you still have many years ahead of you. Oof, I fucked up.
Interesting.
Struggle with gag mock. Oh, sorry, just thinking out loud. Might surprise you, but I used to do tons of business there a long time ago. So I used to see people from all around Central Church all the time. That's all.
Hello there.
And then just, oh.
Nothing but the best for you.
Oh!
Is that the one?
Oh. Oh, my money's gone. Oh, I see. Well then.
Come back
Now you
soon.
decide to not hold out on me. I see. Wish I knew that earlier. No. Yes. Hey, father and daughter conversation. Let's go.
Hey, I was looking for you. Didn't think I'd find you down by the river. That's an awful lot of blood on your cloak.
I thought soaking it in the water would help get it out.
I don't know. That fight went on for a while. And blood doesn't come out so easily, even if you start washing it right away. If you ask me, it's more trouble than it's worth. You have another one, right?
Yes, but...
I do, but I'd still like to use this one if I can. Something wrong?
Oh, sorry. It's just, you reminded me of Citri, of your mother, back when we first met.
How so?
There was this one time when she was trying really hard to get some stains out of a handkerchief. She had your same quiet composure and everything, and when I asked her if she had another one, you know what she told me? She just turned and said, if I could still use this one, I'd rather not throw it away.
Well,
Fair.
it's not exactly the same.
You sure?
Maybe not. But I still see so much of her in you. When I was first getting to know her, I never saw her laugh or cry. Just like someone else I could mention.
You know, you never really used to talk about her, but you've been doing it a lot lately. Why is that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm feeling a little regret for dragging you into the mercenary life.
Yeah.
You've never had a place to call home, and you don't have any friends your age. And it's been one bloody battle after another since this war broke out. If she were still alive, your life would be entirely different. You'd be with her, and things would be peaceful.
I don't regret my life here with you. I might not have a home or friends, but you've always been there for me. Living by the sword suits me just fine, and I've had no shortage of allies. So...
You're right. There's no cause for regrets.
Yeah.
You really are just like her, though. You know that?
That was sweet. And Jesus, I was right. This was 2.5 hours. Well, I have some grinding. I might get some more supports done before next time. However, there's another calling to me right now. You're so close, but yet so far away. But yeah, I know there's a lot of the NPCs around, but I'm not really gonna bother talking to a lot of them because they're mostly just generic. But yeah, unless I have more support, because I did ask the chat on Discord if there was something they wanted me to see, I should do that now. Or if there's some characters I am unable to get in the future to actually tell me, and I will get those supports before I go over to Blue Lions. But yeah, see you for either the continuation of this video or for the next one. Bye-bye! I guess this is the part of the video where I started to do a lot of jump cuts. Hi! I got some more! Hubert, Hoppy, let's go.
Ah, Happy. How are you finding your time in the Imperial Army?
Pretty normal, I guess. It's nice to be around a lot of people I don't know.
Excellent. For if you were dissatisfied, it could lead to an accident. And I would find that most vexing.
Hubert, I just talked about the sighing.
Oh, I have my dissatisfactions. Like the way you're talking to me right now, for starters. But if I sighed over every little thing that bothered me, I'd be dead before I took another breath.
Yes, quite true. By the by, have you considered my proposition? Though I am loath to discuss it, I am a firm believer in using every resource to its utmost.
I don't know. It feels pretty unethical, even if it is technically something we can do.
Oh?
And did you spare a single thought for how I might feel being used like that?
I actually made the proposal based on my estimation of your feelings. I imagine you would enjoy sighing for a greater cause, seeing as you are never able to unleash them freely.
And why exactly would I want to sigh, huh?
You're so special.
As I am not you, I have no answer to that question. I simply thought it might be unpleasant. Being the only one prohibited from performing an action others do as a matter of course, that is.
Right. Well, no, it isn't.
And if you're really approaching this thing without considering my feelings, you're so far off the mark, I don't know what to tell you.
My, I just thought the woman would enjoy breathing a literal sigh of relief. And to do so in a way where our forces make use of the monster she summons, where is the harm? Alas, I suspect I am in for another mocking at the hands of Her Majesty for how often people mistake me for a heartless cad.
Yes.
The Bert? Again? Ugh.
I realized the audio was down.
Happy. Now that you are calmer, I thought perhaps we might share some tea and treats. But if you're not interested, I am content to deal with them myself.
You really want me to buy into this plan of yours, huh?
Yes.
I told you, the answer's no. Now stay away from me.
I assure you, I have no such ulterior motive here.
Liar.
Yes. Well, I can see any further conversation will be fruitless. In that case, I bid you good day. Had I known this would all be for me, I would have made coffee instead of tea.
Huh? What's coffee?
It does not concern you. Pray forgive my intrusion.
She doesn't know
Yeesh.
what coffee is.
Just being near that guy makes me want to sigh.
I just talked about how this wasn't all your support was about, and then suddenly I was proven wrong. Well, anyways, Lawrence and Raphael, no, Balthus. Which is interesting.
Hey, just the guy I wanted to see.
Ah, Balthus. Do you need me?
Yep. Got some hush-hush stuff I want to talk to you about. So let's go somewhere private.
Yeah.
Goodness, whatever could it be? It must be serious if we need to discuss it in a private setting.
Don't be a dumbass.
So, what do you know about the Claude investigation?
Oh.
I fear I have no idea what you are talking about. Did this request come from my father, perchance?
Yeah, I figured you might be in the dark.
Indeed, this is the first I have heard of it, though I believe he may have spoken to me once regarding something similar. Still, I am surprised he would ask such a thing of you. Also, how do you even know my father?
Uh-huh.
You know I've borrowed a lot of money from all kinds of folks, right? Well, your pops is on that list. I'm as broke as can be, so he put me to work to pay it back.
Oh,
That's how
he
I ended
actually
up looking
is.
into Claude. I think that was around the time I decided to hide under Garrick Mock.
I am relieved to hear you know him for surprisingly normal reasons.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, you know.
Still, I wonder why my father would lend money to a base mercenary such as yourself.
Just gonna ignore that last part, huh? Now I know where the phrase like father like son comes from. Anyway, I'll answer your question. I may not look it, but I actually used to be a noble.
Hey.
You, a noble? Pray, keep your jests in check, sir.
No joke. The full name's Balthus von Albrecht. I'm surprised you didn't know. Claude and Hilda both did.
Does this mean you have connections with Lord Holst?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
You
old
can't shut up
buddies.
about them.
I was the heir to my house too, so we got to see each other a lot.
An heir? Goodness me, I apologize for my ignorance.
Okay, how is this gonna turn
A
out?
boorish man so lacking in honor and grace would be a noble.
Hey, easy. I'll have you know I was actually the lord of the house. It wasn't till after I inherited the title that I left.
Such a thought staggers the imagination, but I will accept it for the time being. And I feel I now understand your relationship to my father.
You just sort of say whatever pops into your head, don't you?
I mean, couldn't the same be
Still, you
said?
better think twice about that brutal honesty of yours. Especially since you're the Count now.
You may be right. Thank you for the counsel.
Is this dialogue only gonna be available until after that scenario's happened? Interesting. Anyways, jump cut! You know, I realize I'm probably gonna be doing this a lot, so what if I just start on this menu here and make it as less confusing as possible? Anyways, Bernadetta and Marianne! Oh no.
So, oh, go ahead. I didn't actually have anything important to say. No, you can go first, Bernadetta. Okay, well, I guess I'll start. I saw a lovely white butterfly in the mess hall this morning. Oh, but while the wings and body were both white, its eyes were crimson. It was beautiful. I saw one just like that at the stables. You saw one too? Yes, its eyes glittered like tiny jewels. It was wondrous to behold. I wonder if it was the same butterfly I saw. That would be something, huh? Yes, it would be a most lovely coincidence. Well, I guess it's my turn. This morning I awoke earlier than usual and...
Impossible.
Well, since I had extra time, I climbed a small hill and looked out over the landscape. You woke up bright and early, huh? That's great. So how was the scenery?
Oh great, it was cloudy.
Seeing the plains hued red by the
never mind.
sunrise was especially striking. It's like I was standing inside a painting, or... I'm sorry. I can't put into words very well. Wow. I wish I could have seen it. Maybe I can manage to drag myself out of bed before noon one day.
Dude.
Oh dear, listen to me. I'm sorry for going on as long as I did. No, it's alright. Really. And actually... Yes, Bernadetta?
No, it's nothing.
Well, I guess... I mean, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk this much with someone. I'm rather awful at speaking to other people myself. So this has been somewhat strange for me as well. Yeah. So, I was thinking it might be nice if we could chat again sometime. What do you think? That would be delightful. Aw, thanks, Marianne. I gotta think of lots of things to talk about for next time. Okay, so there's carnivorous plants, interesting books, the doll I'm knitting, carnivorous plants.
Oh no.
You talked about those today.
Oh no!
Yeah, but there are lots of
Burning.
different kinds.
Oh no.
Anyway, I think this is gonna be great.
I know it goes against your character, but you gotta go out more. And also kind of hypocritical of me saying so. Wonder what the next one is gonna be. So it turns out there is no more, because I have now gone further ahead and had another stream, and in that time I didn't really have anything new for the units from the old video, so I'm just going to end this recording here, and see you on Saturday for the next stream. Bye-bye!